Hi guys, Josh with Grim Results here. So, something like over 12 million new gun owners this year. Quite impressive. That means a lot of people that might be lacking the skills or the knowledge or the know-how, or maybe they're just in a group or a family or an environment that's not very gun friendly, so they're afraid to ask for advice on how to do something or how to learn these new skills. Well, it's very simple. It's very basic, and the answer is dry fire. Dry fire often, dry fire all the time, but make your dry fire practicing realistic and make sure that it is dedicated. Okay, it's not just willy nilly, whatever. No, make sure that you're doing it seriously and make sure that you're training it for the real thing. All right, this isn't a video game. This is real life. So pay attention, focus, learn a couple of things, and make sure you practice all the time. Okay, so I'm going to go over a couple of easy dry fire exercise and training things that you can work on to make sure that you are ready for the real thing when you get out there and you're carrying that firearm around every day, which you should be. All right, firearms are the great equalizer of the world. Okay, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about a little practice training that you can do for carrying your firearm around on a daily basis. One thing you don't want to do is not practice, not train. And there's easy training that you can do in your home every day, 15 minutes a day, and it's going to help you excel with getting your draw speed down. And also it's going to help you to getting your sights on target to make sure that when you draw, you're getting accurate shots on the target. All right, and it's dry fire. I know dry firing is it's dull, it's boring, it's agonizing, but there are different things that you can do to help make it more exciting and help you to excel and to set yourself up for success. So one of the things you'll need is either a shot timer. These are kind of pricey, but they are worth it. Or you can download a free app on your phone, shot timer app. And what you're going to want to do is you'll set a random start time, sometime between 1 second and 5 seconds, and then you'll set a par time of 5 seconds. All right, a 5 seconds par time is what we want. All right, and as for that, this training is going to be called a 5-second draw. So what you're going to do is once you've got your par time set, your delayed start set, you'll hit the start button. You'll put your hands up in your surrender position, right? International sign of surrender. So that if there's any cameras or witnesses, everybody can attest to you surrendering. You were not trying to fight. You did not want to have to draw your firearm. You were trying to tell the guy to back off. Obviously they didn't listen, so now it's come down to deadly force. So you'll get yourself into your position, right? After you hit your start time, hands are up. As soon as you hear that first beep go off, you'll start to count out loud to yourself, right? So it'll go something like this. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. All right, a little late on that one. That's okay. All you got to do is start over. And you just keep practicing until you get that striker fire or that hammer dropping right on that 5-second par time. It's not difficult. It doesn't take very long. Usually the very first one, I'm completely off. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. All right, almost spot on that one. So you just keep continuously practicing that. Excuse me. And what you're going to want to do is practice that until you can hit that, hit your trigger. That striker will fire, that hammer will drop on the 5-second par time buzzer 10 times in a row. You're doing great. You can go ahead and step it down to 4-second par time now. So as you progress and you continue on through the 4, the 3, 2, and to the 1, you'll notice that you're getting your sights on target quicker. You're getting your draw down. And again, if you're doing this in front of a mirror, that mirror will help you to let you see yourself, your body functions, your movements, to see if you're coming over here golfing or if you're fishing. It'll let you see all that stuff. Even better is if you can film yourself from a side angle. It'll let you know whether your trigger finger is staying off the trigger. It'll let you know a lot of different mistakes that you could be making or what you could be doing better. Okay, so remember, train hard, rest easy. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. So, one more thing that you can do to make this training even more effective is you can use a TV screen, or you can use a laptop, a tablet, a computer. Do anything you want to have a movie playing or a TV show, something. You can have the sound up, sound down, it doesn't matter. The main thing is, as you draw your firearm, you're practicing getting your sights up onto a person. Okay, the more you can practice drawing your gun on a person, the more effective you'll be in a real life situation. Anything you can do to make your training more realistic, it's only going to benefit you. It's only going to benefit you. So mirror, TV screens, tablets, anything that you can use to effectively train on drawing your firearm on a person, especially it's an action-packed movie, or what was that movie with Keanu Reeves, the surfer movie, where there's a grocery store robbery or a gas station robbery. If you can put yourself into that situation mentally while you're looking at it and then drawing your firearm and you're putting yourself in that situation, it'll make it even more realistic, and realistic training is essential. Okay, it's very important that you have realistic training. It'll only help you, it'll only benefit you. So again, one more time, 5-second draw. Okay, you've got a start timer, a shot timer, sorry, and then you've got a start beep and a par time beep. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. All right, it's easier if you break it down into steps. As you're activating your start timer, right, try to time your seconds with your steps. 1001, reaching for the gun. 1002 is drawing it out. 1003, you're presenting. 1004, you're extending. 1005, fingers on the trigger, and you're squeezing. Okay, and while you're doing all this, there's so much more training that you can practice while you're doing these dry fire drills. Not only can you practice maintaining your sights on the target as you squeeze to identify whether you're jerking or pushing, anything like that, but also after you do that, right, you squeeze your trigger, okay, lock it back to the rear, you can automatically go straight into a mag change. Right? You can practice a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different skill sets with your dry fire training, and you can do it for free. Right? The main 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. That was just about perfect. So, one more step or one more skill set you can work on and practice for with your dry firing is light activation. So I cannot see in the dark, hence all of my firearms have lights. Every one of them have lights, and they're not knockoff, cheap, ranky-dank little lights. All right, they're either Streamlight or they're Surefire. Those are the only two brands that I trust with my life, that I trust to be reliable and functioning, and to function well. So do your research, find which ones you like, find which ones that fit for your firearm. For instance, this is a Glock 19 with the TLR7. You can see here it's very small, very compact, doesn't extend past the muzzle, so the light aperture does not get dark with the powder residue nearly as fast as my TLR1s do. Now don't get me wrong, I love my TLR1 high lumen. 1000 lumens is a fantastic amount of light to have. I don't remember what the TLR7 has. I think it's a 500 lumen. But either way, I cannot see in the dark, so I need to have a light on my firearm. So if I have any encounters at night, I can identify the threat, identify a target, and make sure I'm getting shots on that target to eliminate the threat, to preserve my life or somebody else's. Okay, so we'll practice one more time with light activation. And you can throw light activation into whichever step is going to be more comfortable for you. I like to say shooter's preference. But ideally you'll want to have that light activated probably about the step 3. So as soon as you've got your gun out of the holster, it's drawn, right? So you've got step 1, right? Reaching and securing your grip on the firearm. Step 2 is having it out of the holster. Step 3 is presenting. From here, I can use my trigger finger to activate my light. All right, so this is ideal for if I'm dealing with somebody super close, it's got to be super fast. I can activate my light and immediately place my finger into the trigger as soon as it is activated. Right, as soon as my gun is out of the holster, activate the light, finger in the trigger. I can go right to work. Okay, but it's going to take practice. It's going to take a lot of skill. It's going to take a lot of time. So don't let any of this dry fire training fluster you. It just takes practice and a lot of it. Right? So the other option is after you've presenting your gun and you're extending it out, now you could use your non-firing hand. I like to use my thumb because I've got big ogre hands. Use my thumb while I'm driving the firearm out. I can use my non-firing thumb to simply press on the light activation trigger as I'm presenting, right? So it would look something like this. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. A little early on that one. Okay, but that's to demonstrate the light activation in the process. So again, everything takes practice. First time filming in a while, so I'm a little nervous still getting back in front of the camera, but it's not a big issue. So practice every day, practice the right way. Make sure that you are checking your form, checking your stance, checking your grip. All of these things can be worked out while dry firing, and they should be. If you notice that you're lining up your sights on that fifth, right as the buzzer is hitting on that 5th second, and you notice you're kind of jerking, okay, so focus. Practice on that specific part of the drill. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you. All right. Once you've got that down, if you notice anything else, maybe your draw's a little sloppy. Maybe you're leaning way back when it's unnecessary, right? Economy of movement and that. So focus on what it is that you're doing. Focus on any mistakes that you might be making, and make sure that you are correcting those mistakes. And then you take them out to the firing range with live ammunition and you test those. Okay. One more thing you can do, I've got it in my pocket here. So this is obviously not something I wear every single day and whenever I'm off work. Okay, sometimes it's just a regular t-shirt, sometimes a button up, sometimes it's Hawaiian print. It doesn't matter. Wear something that you would wear any time of the day. You just got off of work and you carry your firearm with you at work, then practice in that clothing. Okay, and especially if it's clothing that can be somewhat cumbersome or a hindrance to any of these steps. Practice so you know how to overcome them. If you're wearing overalls, okay, so now there's an extra step, getting the overalls open to where you can get down into them and get your firearm, right? If you're carrying the small of the back, it's going to be crucial that you practice this, or you're going to have some real issues when it comes down to the actual draw in real life, right? So you have to practice and you have to train how you fight. Okay, if you wear glasses, don't do this blind. Wear your glasses, right? If you wear contacts, wear contacts. Make sure that you are training how you fight. I'm not wearing shoes right now, right? So in reality, I'm okay. I'm at my house. I'm in comfortable mode. I've still got my firearm, just unloaded it, and now I'm out here making this video for you guys. So throw shoes on if you want to. Throw your flip-flops on. I try not to ever wear flip-flops when I'm out and about carrying. Because if I gotta move and shoot and run, flip-flops are terrible, and my feet are just way too big. I end up losing flip-flops and sliding all over the place. So I try to wear tennis shoes or boots, all right, all the time. So when I'm practicing, especially I go out to the range, I'm not wearing flip-flops. I'm wearing my shoes that I wear. I'm wearing my boots that I wear. I don't have range shoes. I don't have range clothing. If I have anything specifically for the range, it would just be some multicam pants or something silly. All right, so train how you fight and make sure that you're training properly. Okay, make sure you're observing yourself. Use a mirror, use a camera, use a friend. If you're married, use your spouse. Hopefully they are trained in firearms as well, and hopefully they can help you to critique your position or your stance. Make sure that you have a stable shooting platform of your body as you're presenting your firearm to do the work you need to do. All right, guys, remember, train hard, rest easy.